Hey there, this is Åsa, and today I'm sharing a layout with a couple of photos of my son building a tower of washi tape. My son, who is almost 4 years old, is a builder, and he builds with Lego and he builds with building blocks, and when he got the opportunity to play with my washi tapes, he built a tower, of course. It feels really natural, especially for him. And the title of this page will be Tower of Power, or Washi Tower of Power. And I thought it was both fun and really suitable for this page. I will make a border, or 2 borders on this page, and I will use my paint daubers, and I think the color is called Evergreen Bow. It's one of my favorites, and I have used it a lot more than I used the other colors. So with this stencil from Ranger, I'm making a border, and at first it looks like I will have it this direction, but I will turn it the other way around, so I got a top and a bottom border. And here's the photos, and I will mat them on a couple of blue-green papers that I pulled from my stash of 6x6 papers that I've just sorted according to color. I just tore them out of their packages or pads, and I sorted them and put them in a box, and it's the best thing I've done, really, and I decided to do this to use them up. I still have the new pads. They are still intact, and I pull papers from them just as normal, but the older ones I divided into colors, and it was a very good choice for me. Now I plan to do the same with my 12x12 papers. I have them by brand today, but I think I just sort them by color. I'll keep the new ones in one stack, and then all the older ones I will sort by color. My daughter, who is almost 7 years old, she has promised to help me with this task, and I think it will be fun. I use one of those vellum cards from the Strawberry Fields collection, and I will place it forming kind of the diagonal line on this page. So one at the lower right and one at the upper left. I have been making lots of these diagonal layouts lately, but I think it's a style that is easy to succeed with, so I think I will continue for a while because it's really fun to make layouts that look nice, and not just experiment with all the every layout at least. So when I want to be safe, I go with a diagonal. And since it's a Tower of Power, Washi Power, I decided to use washi in lines on this layout. So I just pull the yellows and teals that I've got in my stash, and I place them kind of random, but still mixing the colors up a bit, so I got all the sheet covered. It looks, in this angle, it looks a bit crooked, but I think it will it won't be noticeable in the finished layout, because they are just sticking out on the side of the photos. And there's you have the little hand. There is my daughter, and you also got a lot of her hair in the picture. She wants to help me, and I think it's really, really fun. So this is the start of the layout, and now it's time for the more detailed part of the scrapbooking. I will use my new stamps from Bo Bunny, and I will stamp a rather bold and big stamp. I think it says "love this" or something like that, and it's got narrow letters, but it's rather tall. So it gives a fun and a really nice look at the page. On this page I decided to do something that is, I thought it was probably accidental when I made it, but I realized that I do it sometimes by accident, and sometimes it succeeds, but also sometimes it doesn't. You see that vellum, wood grain vellum, it's on the left to the diagonal is the opposite than I'm choosing for the cluster, and I can't possibly have thought about it when I made this layout, because I think I wouldn't have done it like that, because when I place my cluster I do it opposite. So it's the risk of making a double diagonal on this page, one going from the upper left to the lower right, and then the clusters and the stamp going from the upper right to the lower left, and it's a risk of confusing the eye here, and I think it's a bit a luck that I get it to work here. I have made this by accident, like I said, a couple of times, and I've had to change it up, or I've not been completely satisfied with the layout. So I will have to think more about this in the future, because it's not very it's not easy to get away with it, or what I hope you understand what I'm saying. So the embellishments on this page, except for the washi tape, are a couple of transparent buttons that I tie with some baker's twine. I place them on small grounding clusters of washi tape, and I also use a glitter washi in the same kind of tone as the other teal things on this layout, and these embellishments follow the line where I put the stamping. The title of this page will be made with a couple of different alphas. I will be using the script font from the October Afternoon Daily Flash alphas, and I will also be using the Jelly Bean Soup alphas, and I will be using some other kind of teal stickers that I had, and so it will be a mixed font, and I don't think that I will have it all on film. But one thing that I made, which was really good, I think, when I had put down the teal sticker alphas, I saw that they kind of blended with the stenciled border that I had. So I traced the O and the E, you see it in this picture, with my white gel pen, so that it stands out from that painted border. And while I had that white gel pen out, I also made a little heart here in this cluster with the same pen, and in the upper cluster as well, onto the painted border. Here you see a close-up of my son being very concentrated on his task. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. And this is Åsa. Bye.